Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another match reaction. I'm going to be talking about Sheffield United away at Wigan, and we only just managed to pull off this victory in the end. I don't know how we ended up putting ourselves in this position, but you got to hand it to Wigan. They really, really did take it to us in that second half, but it shouldn't have been that difficult. We are second in the league after all, and Wigan are in the bottom three. So, yes, on paper, the Blades should have walked this game. I was always a little bit nervous because Sheffield United on a Monday night on Sky, it's always a little bit dull. It just has been in kind of like this season and the last few seasons, actually. So I said in my match prediction that I was going to go for a 0-0 in this game. And really, we shut me up really, really quickly. John Egan scoring after 8 minutes. But even earlier on than that, the Blades were on top from the very start. 4th minute, the ball's played into the box. Billy Sharp clips the ball towards the corner of the goal. The goalkeeper saves it pretty comfortably. But we were on the front foot. Like I said, 4 minutes in, already a shot on target. That's more than France managed for 80 minutes the other night. 6 minutes in, Iliman Ndiaye gets given the ball by Sander after Sander running with the ball forward, lays it into Ile. He goes inside, he goes outside, he has a shot. It's straight at the goalkeeper, but he hits it with such venom that if the keeper gets his feet in the wrong place, that's going straight through his legs. So he did everything right, just didn't find the corner of the goal. Or like I say, it could have just gone straight at the goalkeeper and he didn't have time to react. But a very good save from the goalkeeper. But then 8 minutes in, a great corner from Norwood. John Egan, it's just a simple header. He runs in from kind of like the back post. L sort of blocks the defender off, but I don't even think that's what we were trying to do. The defender kind of just runs into L, and Egan runs round and manages to get a free header on goal. Easy pickings. The goalkeeper's not saving that unless it's straight at him, literally straight down his throat. He's not saving that. It just goes to the right of his glove, his right hand glove. And Egan puts us 1-0 up after 8 minutes. 11 minutes, Wigan go really, really close after a volley, a really tame volley. Ball's played into the box. It's almost outside the box. I don't know if it's just inside or just outside, but a tame volley towards Wes. He goes down like that to take the ball, and I don't know what he does. Cannons off his chest. He just does not pick this ball up well, and it goes straight to their striker. It's saved by Wes in the end. It managed to get it behind, but it is offside. But Wes, this is the start of a bit of a dodgy afternoon for Wes, or evening for Wes, to be honest. Yeah, he didn't fill me with confidence. Anytime the ball was hit at him, up in the air, anything really, even kicks. I know it's not his best part of his game is kicking, but everything went a bit wrong for him tonight. Luckily, we came away with the 3 points. Their goal, could he have done better with it? Probably. But it wasn't his fault. Anyway, we'll get onto that in a bit. 18th minute, Iliman Ndiaye sets up McAtee with a shot that is blocked by the defender. I thought James McAtee had a very, very solid, especially first half. It was really, really nice to watch. This is what I expected from James McAtee from the off. He looked really, really comfortable on the ball. He had the ball on the left-hand side. He took a defender on later on and got a good cross into the box. He looked sharp. He looked really sharp in this game. It looks like he's not taken time off over the World Cup period, that he's been working on stuff. And maybe he's been working on stuff with Heke whilst we're obviously everyone were at the World Cup and everyone were enjoying the World Cup and stuff, because he definitely looks like he's come back a different player after the World Cup. It was good the other week against Huddersfield at Bramall Lane, and he was good again tonight in patches, but he is one of these patchy players. Like Illy, was a patchy player, I would say, last season. This season he's come to the front massively, and you need these patchy players, these kind of cadre, these McAtee. Sanders becoming more of a coming to the front rather than being a patchy player like he has been. But like I say, you need these patchy players because you will get some exciting moments that win your games of football and at least put you in good positions in a game. So yeah, fair play. I think he had a good game. 25th minute. This was hilarious. Kieran Clark literally had the shirt taken off his back. Now, I don't know how this was not a penalty. Now, the referee obviously wasn't paying attention to this one, but it was crazy. The fact that he's running around in the box and he's still running back without a shirt on. It was hilarious. You watch it back, he's literally got a clump of his shirt and he's obviously dragged and Clark's not gone with him. He's pulled the full thing off. And it's like, I don't know how you can possibly not give that as a penalty. If the ref's not looking at it, the lino should be looking at it. What's going on? Anyway, we should have got a penalty. We didn't. We move on. I did think that in the first half, Wigan would just took a massive leaf out of Argentina's book and just fouled every single chance they got. Until we scored our second goal, they were very, very dirty and did not want to attack, it didn't seem. But yeah, they certainly got stuck in. Lots and lots of bad tackles, lots of pulling of shirts. Yeah, they were not nice to watch in the slightest. And we did all right, to be fair. We did enough to be in the lead, but they didn't look like scoring, to be perfectly honest. I did write down a note where Ender Stevens just had, for me, 90% of a really, really poor game today. Every time he got the ball, he gave the ball away. He got constantly ball over the top and getting caught. I just think that Max Lowe, when he's fully fit, he will come back into this team. I think Max Lowe might even start the next game, depending on his fitness, because I thought Ender had mostly a really, really poor game tonight. 36th minute, this is what I was talking about earlier on when James McAtee did brilliantly down the left. It beats his man, puts a cross into the box, but Sander just does not get enough on it. You want him to just clip that into the far corner. It just kind of slices it, comes off the wrong part of his foot, and it doesn't end up coming to anything. I wrote down and I tweeted out that Kieran Clark looks like a Rolls Royce of a player. First half, Rolls Royce of a player. Second half, Vauxhall Astra. He did. Unfortunately, a couple of times he got left for dead. I think that's what he's going to be. I think he's very, very steady, very steady. So I think he does the things that Jack Robinson does poorly, and I think he does the things that Jack Robinson does badly well. So I think you just need a bit of both, don't you? You need to put them together, bibbity bobbity boo. You get a really, really good left centre back. You might even get Jack O'Connell. No, you don't get Jack O'Connell. You really don't. He's another guy. I'll be honest, in that first half and quite a lot of the second half until the 85th minute, something like that, I thought Anel seemed off the pace, to be honest. I am a massive Anel fan. You all know it. Everybody knows it. Everyone's a massive Anel fan. I just felt like he was off the pace tonight. Maybe his illness has kind of left him short of a little bit of energy, as it did before the World Cup break. But maybe he just had a below par game. Players do have them from time to time. But yeah, I thought he looked a bit sluggish. Getting forward seemed a bit sluggish. And yeah, even his 1-2s and stuff like that just didn't really come off. So yeah, but a below par NL is better than most players, to be honest. Like I said, James McAtee, great in patches. I was really, really impressed with him, especially in the first half. We go into the second half, and we started off where we kind of left off in the first half. I thought, I'm a little bit worried here because Wigan, we should have put them to bed in the first half, which would have been 2-3-4 maybe up after that first half. And I'm thinking they're going to come back at us at some point. But it was a lot later than I thought. I thought they were going to come out all guns blazing in the second half. And again, they were quite poor. They sat off us. They let us take the lead in the, they let us score another goal in the 56th minute. It was a poor pass out from the Wigan defender. And Dye picks the ball up, runs with it a little bit, plays in Billy Sharp. And Billy Sharp does what Billy Sharp does best. and he finds the bottom corner, the top corner, whatever corner it is, Billy Sharp finds it. And yeah, this time left-footed shot across the goalkeeper, right into the bottom corner. Literally, you couldn't get more bottom corner than that unless it hit the post and went in. Absolutely fantastic finish. That is what Billy Sharp has been doing all his career. And great to see. Great to silence those idiots that just keep writing Billy Sharp off. The thing is, I'm not saying that Billy Sharp should be starting week in, week out. He doesn't start week in, week out these days because Ollie McBurney has come to the front. Ollie McBurney has shown that he is the striker that we always thought he would be. And Billy, yeah, he is. He does get slower every year. Of course he does. He does lose a bit of sharpness every year. But he is still that player that can score goals for you. And look at that. He scored the winner today. You could say he scored the winner. And yeah, I did say, I've been saying all season, people writing him off. I'm saying that Billy Sharp, whether he's a starter, whether he's coming on with 5 minutes to go, half an hour to go, he will be putting in every ounce of effort and he will score goals. He will score goals until the end of the season. We said to Anel on this channel, who'd have thought that you'd have scored more goals than Billy Sharp? And who'd have thought you'd have probably, at the end of the season, scored more goals than Billy Sharp? And he says, oh, it's a long season. And Sharp scored 2 goals since then. 2 goals off the mark. Fantastic to see. And like I say, he's won us this game. He's won us this game tonight with that fantastic finish. Anyway, we finally, after 56 minutes and probably a bit more, saw Wigan come back into the game. And they were fantastic. They really were. They surprised me a lot. They were little flicks and tricks past Kieran Clark away. He's having to bring players down. They are quick 1-2s, very, very quick, fast, exciting players, especially the Scouse Norwegian. Is it Asgard? So, sounds like someone from Lord of the Rings. He looked great. He looked really, really good. And I thought with hair like that, he's got to be some luscious Norwegian. And he was fantastic. Really, really great to watch. But they put us under a lot of pressure in that kind of last 30, something like that. But at one point, a lovely ball's played into the box. It comes out. It's a strike on goal. George Baldock possibly handballs it. I think he does. Looking at it, if there were a camera from the other side, if this was the Premier League or the World Cup or whatever, camera from the other side, we could have told. But I thought at first it came off his left arm, and his left arm's down by his side. His right arm's not. His right arm is blocking the goal, and that is in an unnatural position. It looked by second glance that it came off his right arm, which probably should have been a penalty. It looked like a penalty. It probably should have been one. They didn't get it. But then straight away, must have been a few minutes later, they score a goal that is wildly offside. Now, I don't know whether the linesman was thinking, the ref got that one wrong before. This one, I'm going to let slide because they should have got that penalty before. Because you can't miss that. There's 2 players stood almost a full person offside. How do you miss that? Now, I understand if the ball's come and the liner's thinking, oh, the goalkeeper's going to take that. But as soon as the goalkeeper pushes that out and he puts it in the back of the net, the flag's got to go up. It's got to go up. But it didn't. They got themselves back into the game. Probably deserved. But yeah, I do feel like 2 penalty decisions tonight. One should have gone their way. One should have gone our way. Neither were given. Pretty poor championship, though, isn't it? Championship for you. We're not watching World Cup football anymore with VAR or anything. We are watching championship football with poor referees. Anyway, what I will say about that one, though, is that Anel, going back to Anel having a below par game, he did shank a clearance that went straight to their player, and that's where this goal came from. So yeah, it's one of them things. It is 74th minute. Iliman Ndiaye goes down just outside the box. Ollie Norwood takes a fantastic free kick, but it's too close. It's too close to get it up and down. It's very, very close. It's literally inches over the bar. But yeah, it's a good free kick from Ollie, just too high. I want to see one of them go in for it eventually because I think he deserves one. No, he's a fantastic footballer, and I think he had another great game tonight, to be honest. I did write down that Billy Sharp had a really good game defensively as well, because he popped up in a few places, heading the ball away, right in the middle of the box, tracking back, letting the ball go out for goal kicks, winning free kicks in his own half, things like that. I think Billy Sharp had a really good game tonight, to be honest. Before he scored the goal, I do think that he seemed a bit off the pace, but at the same time, he was still linking up play. He was getting caught on the ball a little bit, but like I said, it's expected. Like, you can't play well every minute of every game. I think, he linked up play well with Ndiaye McAtee tonight, to be honest. And then in the 85th minute, this is probably the last good chance that Wigan had. They get in down the right-hand side. It's a fantastic ball low into the box, front post, and Nell gets himself across his man or just in front of his man and gets an absolutely fantastic foot in front of the ball. And Nell saved us 2 points there, didn't they? We got 3 points because Anel got his foot in, because surely he would have put the ball in the back of the net, the Wigan man. So yeah, that's it from me. Fantastic win. Very, very happy about the win. It wasn't a classic. We should have put them away a lot earlier on than that. First half, if we'd have scored 2 goals, I think we'd have gone happily and cruised to 3 points. But the fact that we didn't get those 2 goals in the first half, or 3 goals, second half came around, Wigan grew into the game. Obviously, we nicked that goal, but then it was just a barrage of Wigan chances. I thought Kadra, when he came on, did okay running at the defenders, but when they're shattered and he's absolutely got so much energy, he should be taking on these players. At one point, he runs at a defender, he runs down a blind alley, stops, and then messes it up. All he needed to do, run with it, come inside onto his favoured right foot and do something with it. The whole pitch is open to him then. As soon as you go down that wing, if that defender's with you, there's not a lot of places to go. You either cross the ball, or he gets blocked and goes out for a corner, or you come back and he cut back and he just got his feet in the wrong place. But if you come inside, you've got everything to do. Someone could go round that side, someone could be down that side, which I think they were. Yeah, it was an odd thing to do, but obviously Kadra's not had too many games as of late. JC is saying 7th away win. That is magic, because another one of those, I know we say it every time, but this game is one that we wouldn't have won last season, or early on last season, or maybe the season before. We just, it's beautiful. It's great to see us grinding these results out. It doesn't matter if they're bottom, second bottom, top. Doesn't matter. If you're 2-1 in front and you end up winning the game 2-1 after having kind of like everything thrown at you, that's a good 3 points. It just is. My nerves are shot again. Absolutely. Me too. Scott Kelly saying Kadra is like Forrest Gump. It does seem like it. For Sheffield United, he does seem like Forrest Gump, but we know what he's got in the tank. We know what he's got in the locker, as we saw for Blackburn last season against us. Charlie, how's it going, mate? Not going to lie, at first glance, that Wigan goal looked offside. We'll have to rewatch it. Mate, it was a country mile offside. It was so far offside. David, too many players not up to speed yet. I'm talking Berger for one. Also, Lowe must come back in for Stevens with a poor left back. That is exactly what I said. Gaza, another win, gets in 100%. Poor game management, I'm afraid. Changes should have been made after the second one went in. Take the 5 points. Yeah, I think you're right. Dublin Blade, you are absolutely right there, mate. You really are. Why can't we put games away in the first half? It was the same against the Terriers. We should have been 4 up. The only thing that I will say about this game, which I'm really kind of annoyed about, or the last 2 games, we've played 2 teams, and I know I said that it doesn't matter if they're top, bottom, whatever, as long as you get the 3 points. But we've played 2 teams. I believe Huddersfield were bottom when we played them. I think Wigan was second bottom. That's just from memory. And both games we've won by 1 goal. And now, yes, we've won the games, But at the same time, when you have so many chances, you need to be putting them away. And before the game, they showed all the we got we were top of shots taken, top of shots on target, top of goals not conceded, if you know what I mean. We were top of like everything, and then Burnley were like 5th, 7th, 9th. It's like, how are we not top of the league? So we're obviously not taking these chances when they're coming around. We need to score more goals. We really do. We need to be beating teams 2, 3, 4, 5-0. We really do. Love the share. I'll watch tomorrow morning. No problem, Simon. Thank you very much. Wes was unusually poor tonight. Exactly. That's what I said earlier on. It wasn't Wes's night tonight. It was almost like he was second guessing himself constantly. Wes was definitely League One tonight, plus the Wigan goal was miles offside. Too right, Paul. Too right, mate. Speaking of World Cup and investment by the World Cup final program. Okay, yes. That was a tough game. I feel the Blades are going up. It's lovely to see Billy scoring goals. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Nick feels like Blades will go up with Burnley. Yes. I think we will go up, but we just need. I think the thing is, we've got such strength in depth that I feel like we almost can't not go up. Like, looking at this team, if this was any other team and it wasn't a Sheffield United team, this was a Norwich team. And I was looking at this team thinking, there's no way they're not going to go up. But it is Sheffield United after all. McAtee was bullied in the first game for the Blades. Not tonight. Clearly has been taking tips off Chris Morgan. I'm sure of it. Great 3 points, but we made hard work of it. At times we crumbled a bit, but thank goodness for Billy. Absolutely. McAtee, definitely not a starter for me. I think you're right, Matt. I think there's a lot better players suited for this team, but you need those sorts of players. Like when we got promoted last time, we had 4 strikers that could play, start from the beginning and score goals in Hogan, Medine, McGoldrick and Sharp. This time it's not quite like that, but we've got more attacking threats. So we've got more attacking midfielders, a bit more pace. And I think McAtee is one of those players that we can bring on maybe with 15, 20 minutes to go and unlock a door that we possibly hadn't before. I still think he's got a lot to work on, but he's definitely getting better. Berger winds me up sometimes so slow and looks uninterested in winning the ball back. To be honest, Matt, I think that Sander is coming back from an injury, isn't he? Quite a bad injury. He's had quite a few injuries as well recently. So I think we need to cut him a little bit of slack. After he's kind of back and he's been playing another 5-6 matches, I think that, you can start thinking about giving him a bit of grief. But I think for now, we just need to let Sander off a little bit, I think. Once again, Hecky leaving sub so late. It was a bit odd. I'd have had McBurney on well before that, not just because of like winning, getting him in the box for corners to head corners away and free kicks and everything they were throwing at us, but also to get minutes in his tank because he needs those minutes in his tank again because of obviously his injury and his operation. Roll on Coventry Boxing Day. I think them conceding 3 goals at the weekend, it just shows that Coventry can be got at, and hopefully the Blades can do that. Has anyone ever seen Kadri use his left foot? That's why he ran out of room and messed it up. Yeah, possibly. But he if he's not got a left foot, he should know that he's going to take it onto his right rather than his left. Unless he's going to pretend to go one way. I don't know. But obviously we know how good Kadri can be, so hopefully we'll see more of that. I just think he needs to be given more game time. Like, give him at least 10 minutes. Gave him, like, to be fair, it might have ended up being 10 minutes. I think he came on in 86, 87, something like that. He needs more than that. He needs 10, 15 minutes at least to be running at their players. By the way, Tilt should have been off the pitch. Should have got a second yellow. Yeah, absolutely. We should have got at him way more tonight. Way more. I missed the game today. I need to watch the highlights. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Nick, you should design a Sheffield United way Christmas jumper. They'd make bags of the Blade shop sell out in seconds. Fair enough. We might have to do that next year. So leave that with me. The Asgard and Lang were very decent players. Lang was extremely good as well. I forgot his name. That's why I didn't mention him. Lang, Asgard, very, very exciting players. A bit poor from the Blades, just sloppy on the ball. Grinded it out, yes, but not usually Blades. Still got a bit of rust from the system. in the system like against Huddersfield. Low for Stevens next game. Absolutely. I think, yeah, John Egan getting a goal. Love to see it. Love to see it because Egan needs to score more of them. We need to get more from Egan. We need to get more from that left centre back, whether it's Kieran Clark or someone else. We need more defenders scoring goals from corners because we can bully teams from corners, which we showed against Burnley. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think Lowe will come in for Stevens for the next game. I absolutely love to see Max Lowe earlier in the season. So I want to see more from him. Obviously, it's whether he's fit enough. But other than that, I'm happy. Sander starts next game, 100% for me. Lowe comes back in. McAtee might come out for Doyle, possibly. Doyle looked absolutely like a spring chicken when he came on, which was great to see. I think that'll probably happen. Lowe in, Doyle in, jobs are good, and I think we'll go up against Coventry at Bramall Lane and show them who's boss. So let's see. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Up the blades. Make sure you pop a like on this video before you leave. I really appreciate you all here at 11:15 at night. See you next time.